Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Simulator. Joining me today is, very real Corey.
Hello.
So, Corey came in and assembled Corey-bot. And has these arms.
Very quiet.
Am I?
Coming through Discord, yeah.
Okay.
Might partly be on my end, too.
I'll
Let me fiddle all the fiddly things. The
input
intro
volume.
was loud.
The input volume is pinned.
Okay. Okay. We'll live!
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on Talking Simulator. This week we'll be continuing to play In Other Waters, which is a game that I've been looking forward to a lot. And we started it a couple of weeks ago and then had chained a couple of illnesses. And yeah, I think we're looking forward to getting back to it. So what do you say? What do you say we hop right back in?
To it.
Boop doo, da boo doo boo, boop boo 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 doo boo. So, where did we leave off last time? We had if you're not familiar with the game, you play as the artificial intelligence of a computer-controlled dive suit that is currently housing a exobiologist who is exploring the oceans of Gliese. What is it? What's the system where exoplanets were first discovered? Or first categorically, demonstrated to exist?
Call it Alpha Centauri, because everyone knows that.
Yeah. But we have so far... Oh, it even gives you a playthrough time. And here we are at our, the base. No, it's Gliese. But yeah, Ellery is the exobiologist, and we are here to take care of her while she explores and looks for her missing friend. And we have many interesting things we've encountered so far.
Lots of little spore pods and bubbles.
And go ahead.
Gases that are bad.
Yeah.
That we should not breathe. Do not breathe the gases.
Nope. No, they're bad for the suit. And so we have to find all kinds of things out there in the world that will, hopefully, or what we do is we, go out, we observe their behaviors, we capture, samples of things, and then we get more information about them. But I think we're ready to head back out again, aren't we? Habitation, sample store. What do we have in the suit? A shrill sack. And a soothe spore, and a spark colony. I forget what we use the spark colony for.
Irritating things?
I think so. But
because the soothe spore was to grow more mushrooms, and the shriek one was to make it shrink. But
yeah,
there was something that cleared a space in the gas cloud for us.
That's right. Yeah, it must have been the spark colony. Let's bring a couple of those. But overall, I mean, it's not that... The game is very gentle with us, I feel. Find a table stock. This is where all of our missions are. Can we actually talk to Dr. Vass? Hello, Dr. Vass? Nope. Where is she right now? Ah, she's in taxonomy.
Stretching her legs.
Yeah, I guess so. Signal error, antenna damaged. Observation blister. This is so cool. This is so cool. Neat.
This research station actually has a lot of verticality to it. I just realized it's kind of like knifey.
Yeah, actually, like it's got the observation level at the bottom with the blister, and then it like it's blade shaped. Yeah, is a very good like description. Where had we gone already? So
I think we were going west to do something.
Alright, well, let's go to the central way station. Or the central reef.
Oh, right. Ah, it's beautiful.
It is. So this feels almost a bit like a text adventure game where you are moving from node to node.
Very much so.
But like with a very pretty interface. Vector blocked. Didn't we have a way across here?
We have a jetpack that uses our oxygen.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta go fast, right?
Yep.
Am I right? Yeah.
Must go.
Hit it.
Get there.
Safe.
We made it. Okay.
We're the Boshi.
We are the Boshi. What is all of this? This is interesting. Uh-oh.
The green is back.
It is. Oh, but we do have a sheltered space.
Right, the fans.
Sampling available.
And dust.
Fan dust, you say?
Maybe the fan dust is what clears the nasty.
Maybe. How do I get? Give fan dust. Right. We closed.
Yeah. Pew. Oh.
Ooh.
Some things are happy about that, and others not so much.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
There it goes.
Yeah, that's a safe space now.
What is over? That is part of our interface.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Better analyze it. Take samples for the lab.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, while we're in a fan space, we can harvest fan dust and then make little
Yeah, make further
clean
nodules.
spaces for us to use
our-
less resources. Oh,
Nope.
welcome Chekhov's cannon and your raiding party.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you for the raid.
Yeah. Let's... Where shall we go from here? East, northeast, northwest.
There was kind of a bunch of like brainy stuff to the northwest, I
Yeah,
feel, but going straight north might also be something. Like, there's stuff everywhere.
indeed. Oh, interesting. There's a thing there, but we can't get to it.
Yeah.
There's a fan.
Very little current over here.
Mm-hmm. Very gentle. Uh-oh. 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 Bivalve shell.
Bivalve shell. You could throw around some fan dust. Yeah.
Yeah. Eat that dust. All right. All right. Let's grab some more, shall we? Oh, we're full.
Yeah.
We're just
This
packed
feels
with
like-
dust.
Like a lot of consumables in games are just like, if I just have 100 of these, I'm safe.
Yeah.
I should just load up.
Yeah, just take them all. It didn't work there.
Gotta work. Yeah. What? Okay.
Interesting. Interesting.
Sure, game. Just go ahead and break the rules after establishing them. Did we make it to this space or this little waypoint before?
I don't think we did. This is new. This is unusual behavior. What is that? What are you?
Got some lumps.
Yeah.
Ooh, mineral skeleton.
Interesting.
Fear
Interesting.
fragment.
What are you?
Can we oxygen up here?
Yeah, we should be able to. Where's the...
Yeah.
Well, there's no way to go out that way. And no way back out that way either.
Pave it. Just start again.
But we do have this checkpoint at least.
Yes. We could go analyze those samples.
Yeah.
Take the drone back to a base, but... Actually, I think we can come back out to this way station, can't we?
We should be able to. Mineral skeleton. Move to the lab. Or no, we have to do sample
Damn it.
analysis.
Yeah. Put it in the hole.
No relevant taxonomy entries found.
Okay, so later we scan it again.
Yeah.
Oh.
No relevant taxon.
Drinking out all over the place.
Okay.
Huh.
Hmm. Hmm. Reef stalks. New behavior analysis of stalk spores has revealed a rich cocktail of compounds unique to each spore, some of which are previously unknown to human chemistry. This aspect of the spores and their noticeable exchange between colonies of stalks suggests that these chemical cocktails are part of an information exchange network. However, some of these spores appear to be true spores used for the asexual reproduction of stalk colonies, suggesting that the information-carrying spores are adapted or modified reproductive spores. Analysis also suggests that stalk colonies may possess a high level of intelligence and cognition, and that the messaging provided by the spores is nuanced and even subjectively unique to each colony. Patterns across multiple spores from a single colony even suggest a chemical signature possessed by each stock group. Could these be thought of as stock names? Neat.
So we've been harvesting intelligent noodles this entire time, just ruining
Yep,
the ecology here.
Oh, absolutely. Just laying waste. Oh.
Oh. Ah. So we gotta go north from that
Yeah.
place.
She is hiding something there. Okay, well, we can go there then. So we need to head southwest.
Yeah. Gotta get around that mass of stuff.
Yeah.
Choo-choo.
I also love the music. Must go southwest.
But how?
Yeah, but how indeed? How indeed? Maybe by going northeast, we will go southwest. In fact.
I've lived in towns like that. Like from Grand Prairie to get to Edmonton, you have to go north.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it was...
highway that goes south goes to, like, Dawson Creek.
Right. I mean, in Prince George, to go south, you have to go east.
Yeah, and you can't get, like, directly from Prince George to Edmonton either.
Oh yeah, you totally can.
Well, not like as the crow flies.
Oh yeah, no, I guess not. No. We're going the wrong way.
But we're getting closer to the right way.
I hope. One hopes.
Have we been hoisted again?
I believe we have.
I think it's worth looking over there to see if there's a more southern direction.
Yeah, a different path. Nay.
All
Nay,
is lost.
there is not, but pain.
Abandon all hope.
Instructions all clear. Hope acquired. No, that's a lie. We are full of fan dust, which is lucky because the fan dust doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Maybe it just takes two. Maybe just try again.
Yeet.
Maybe going into the sample screen kills it? Or maybe maybe that spot is immune.
Maybe.
Do we have a source on some oxygen?
Not really. Let's request retrieval here.
So maybe we have to go west from the bloom
Maybe,
to go south.
because there was no node there, right?
Yeah. Another sphere fragment.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It won't give us anything on it yet.
It's nice. It's nice to see that chat has noticed that I'm here, that I'm present.
Indeed.
Today.
Indeed. Okay, interesting. Well, I guess let's go out again.
There's gotta be a way.
Yeah.
Unless we have to go like directly west and south from the central. Like take a long hike.
I suppose it's possible. I just don't know if these are navigable at all. But let's try it. I mean, we couldn't go the one node west from the Bloom way station didn't have anything connected to it. Maybe it is just an extremely long hike.
Mm-hmm. I actually really like how like smooth and slow moving from node to node is. It really does sell the underwater thing.
Mm-hmm. And I love the way this would be so scary if you were seeing it the way a person would see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This would
Mushrooms
be so...
are not fun to look at.
No, but the way the dive suit AI sees it as like sonar pings and like this very gentle, soothing interface makes it a lot easier, honestly.
This is like being on the train in Half-Life. Our scientist is just strapped into this suit that's moving around past all these really grotesque things. Just like, and then rotate, take sample.
Remember how revolutionary that Half-Life intro was at the time?
Yes.
And how different it felt? Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I feel we're getting there.
We're doing great on supplies. Like, yeah, this is doable.
Yeah.
As long as there's another node somewhere.
Yeah.
Where did nodes go? Game.
Maybe it's through here.
Nodes.
Maybe it's through here. I think we can get through here. Nope. Nay. Nope.
You already scanned over by those nodes. What are you talking about, Rourke? What kind of scanning? Is there a scan we're missing?
I mean, we could try going back and scanning.
I just feel like it's all stalks and shrill sacks.
Yeah. Doesn't it usually indicate when there's something to scan?
Yeah.
I think we're actually quite well stocked on shrill sacks. Right.
So if this isn't the way, is there a way to pull up like the big map?
I don't believe there is. Alright, feeling a little lost here. Though I suppose it has been a couple of weeks, it's entirely possible I've forgotten an extremely obvious clue about where to go. Or not where to go, but how to get there. Yeet!
Happens to be scan, yeah.
No, just signal stalks and reef stalks.
Yeah, I'm not certain that nodes, travel nodes, pop up from scanning. I feel like that's just for, like, looking at life. But I don't remember because it's been literally 5 years since we played this.
Yeah. We know the background is the big map. Okay, and this is just the way across, which we'd already done. So maybe we go back to the waypoint, or to the way station.
Yeah, maybe if we go back out to the bloom and do some scanning or something.
Yeah, we'll be
maybe,
able to figure
maybe
something
there's
out.
new nodes. Yeah.
Duvet map. Hmm. Bubble edge. Crystal cylinders.
Bless you.
New thing.
Animal colony.
These colonies do well to hold out against the bloom. The individual creatures seem to be able to digest the microbial growth. We can use this.
Yes!
We should try deploying a colony to see if we can create our own safe zone inside the toxic flood. Oh ho! Worn equipment abandoned into the bloom by Monet. It is impossible to tell what this oxidized scrap once was.
Working.
A bivalve out here. Toxic waters, world reef formations wreathed in green cloud. Twisting in the direction of the bloom's flow, this fan cuts a slit of clear water through the microbial clouds.
How much fan dust do we already have? Just 2?
We could have more. The rock floor here is covered in a thin layer of silt unmoved by currents or creatures. Interesting. The fan dust really only seems to have a temporary effect on the microbial bloom.
Weird. I remember it being like forever.
Yeah, there have definitely been times where it's been effective. This part of the bloom is strangely still, the green cloud suspended in the water. Among the green clouds, the polychromal light of a huge bubble glows.
Bubble.
Bubble?
Bubble!
This bubble has an iridescent sheen, its skin being made of thousands of tiny particles which reflect the light. Silicate skeletons, open geometric forms, beautiful and strange, sit huddled within the skin of the bubble. Is this what allows the species here to survive this constant toxicity? Spahir fragment.
You would get a colony and yeet it into the sea.
These delicate silicate forms like shattered geodesic domes seem emptied of all life. What lived here before the bloom came? It reacted. At the center of the bubble, rounded shapes sit in a bed of silt. Around them, the water dances with streaks of refracted light.
I think we can get rid of some shrill sacks.
Yeah. Enjoy life out there, shrill sack. Go and be free. Nest workers.
Nice.
There we go. Okay. Well, maybe we should. Maybe this shrill sack will have a better time. Nope.
Goodbye forever.
A million tiny grains, perhaps the broken down remains of those silicate skeletons, gather here in soft, sparkling waters. Though physical objects seem to be able to pass, the fizzing skin of the bubble completely obstructs the bloom's microbial clouds. The refracted light of the bubble falls across soft drifts of silt. Well, let's go southwest, shall we?
Yeah. Do you want to huck a nest onto the south point?
Yeah. Let's try hucking a nest onto the south point.
Yes. Bubble is friend. Look at friend Bubble. So proud.
So free and strong. Heavy concentrations of microbial life turn the water here into a flat green wall. The bloom seems endless.
Not anymore.
We're helping to spread biodiversity. Small holes, perhaps burrows, dot the waves of silt. Bivalve bloom vein. Finger. Yeah. Go. Go, go, go. Get thing, get thing, get thing.
Bacteria. Invisible to the human eye.
Maybe we'll find another thing before our doctor dies. Nope.
I think she's gonna have a quick nap here. She's feeling a little sleepy.
We're okay. We're okay.
Ah.
What are you? A bubble growth sampled from deep within the bloom.
Oh, you know, the bubbles bloom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good film.
Yeah.
Further. Soft bodies. Sampling and sampling and analyzing bubble growths from the bloom shows that they are a form of algae, but with incredible adaptability. They have a distinctive chemical structure, but notable to the study of bloom veins is the presence of a compound similar to domoic acid within bloom bubbles. Domoic acid is a neurotoxin known to produce memory loss and confusion in animals, which suggests that the erratic and frantic feeding behavior of bloom veins when feeding is in reality a form of frenzy brought on by the consumption of the neurotoxin. How this process isn't deadly to the bloom veins is unclear. The volumes of neurotoxin they are consuming are vast, enough to kill a human adult. Perhaps if I can directly examine a bloom vein, or at least its shell, I can understand their resistance. Interesting.
And
Well, let's see if we can get out there again.
yeah, I think we'll be able to go more rapidly if we're not,
Having to scan all the time.
yeah. And we could probably pick up a few nests here at the station.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're permanent? They're not permanent.
Oh, they aren't. Boo.
No. I guess we're being good at cleaning up after ourselves.
Oh. I wonder what happened to all those nest workers we threw out there. They're probably having a great time.
Without us.
Yeah. They didn't die in the cold vastness of nothing. I think we can actually throw this quite far if we want to.
Oh, yeah, not directly onto the point, but... Oh! Oh!
Oh, skill. Whoops. You know, that's fine. That's normal. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah,
Yeah. See? See? See?
Points to the double! All according to the plan.
All right, and now we just keep going. We just keep going.
Sail.
Is there anything else out here? Apparently not. I'm not exactly sure what the fan dust does for us.
Fun to throw?
I suppose so. We can throw it away.
Throw it on the ground.
I mean, it does create areas where there is less toxicity for a little while. Well, we have way more oxygen now than we did, so that's good. Sphere fragment. We've got enough of those. We need more workers.
We need to spread our kingdom.
And were you more sphere fragments? I believe you are. Yes.
All right.
All right. All right, all
Steady
right.
on.
Into the wild green yonder.
And their bodies to the sea.
Or the floor.
I commend this body to the floor. spike it.
Ooh, What are you? What are you? Bloom bubble, right.
Right.
Dense bubbles.
Oh, right. Section 1, I think, is correct that fan dust can be used to trigger an oxygen bubble off specific organisms, which I think was like the
Oh.
buried bivalves.
Right, yeah, the
That
mollusks.
get, like,
The mollusks, yeah, right, are driven into a frenzy by it.
yeah, yeah.
Right, that makes sense.
And I think we can dump stuff in our oxygen tank as well.
Right. Brain, yes. Good work, everyone. We got there.
Yeah. We're almost operating back at 80%, like we were when we shut this game down last.
This place was pressurized at some point. It must have taken months to work to establish this lab and just weeks of corrosion for it all to fall into ruin. It looks like Monet was gathering these mineral skeletons, studying them. What secrets have you uncovered, Monet? How are these strange silicon spheres worth all of this? Like the nests themselves, which are woven from transparent threads, the bubbles which protect them also seem to have a delicate skin.
Reach in there with our giant mitt.
Yep, just like, give it the claw.
Yeah. It's like, what a delicate, beautiful spider web.
Yeah, Monet definitely thought these were important. But how? So can we drag these into our oxygen? We can, right. Also with the bubbles. Oh, good, more nest workers. Hooray. Bubble edge. Beyond the bubble, the angular shape of the lab's second module sits silent, wrapped with cords of microbial growth.
Ready to get to the lab.
These olive green clumps of bubbles seem to gather where there is little current and the growth of the bloom settles. Seem big enough to log and sample. Let's see what they can tell us about this place. Oh, a way down.
Ooh.
Actually, were there more of those things that we could have studied?
The white ones?
The four-leaf clover thingies. I feel that we went past some without clicking on them while we were, like, desperate to get here.
Well, if you scan and they're white.
Unwise, perhaps. Perhaps. Who can say?
Only time.
Only time. Only history. Hey, what happened to our workers? Perhaps we can retrieve more.
Yeah.
While we were gone, it made more babies.
Full of babies.
Very forgiving. Dark opening. The whole metal floor of the module reveals an opening into a passage below. Well, it's safe here. Minnie must have laid this under the lab when she constructed it. The water is clear here, shielded from microbial clouds. I'm good at video games.
Is this where all the secrets will be revealed?
Machines glint in the dark. Paper and tools lie still on silt-speckled surfaces. It is as if the scene has been frozen, captured in time. This is not just a lab, it's a workshop. She was building something down here. It's a suit. It looks like she was modifying an old atmospheric hard suit. How deep was she planning to go? These are verified for beyond 1,000 meters. I'm going to see what I can pull from the notes and documents here. Some of them are still partially readable. The lack of water flow must have kept them in good condition. She was definitely speccing the suit for the use beyond the drop-off, modifying it with the silicate skeletons. Artificers, she calls them, exoskeletons of nanofibrous geothite, protecting a silicon carbide core. The pressure resistance of their exoskeleton is unprecedented for a biological material. That would take the depth rating of a hard suit well past 3,000 meters. Incredible. But why go over the drop-off at all? What was pushing her forward? She was incredibly driven, desperate even. She mentioned sending ROVs down the abyssal plain, cobbled together from bits of the base. All of them were lost, and her work on the suit failed, and that's where the note seemed to end. The most recent document mentions another way. Did she make it? How? The suit was so close to completion, why abandon it? We have to make that dive. If I can fix up the suit, we can take it over at the drop-off. Perhaps Minnie managed it. We need to follow. I can do this. We can do this. Let's get back outside and call in the drone. I look forward to being able to use the affirmative or negative responses. In the demo, you made a cute little beeping noise. Delicious oxygen.
Be droning back to base.
Yeah, I suppose we can just drone back. Good call. But I am going to
fill your pockets full of random detritus.
just grab these little guys and take them with us. You never don't catch a Pokemon. Never do not catch a Pokemon. Glad to see you're back online. Sorry for the rush, but we've got to move. I've been going through Minnie's notes from her lab, and from what I can tell, she attempted a free dive over the drop-off. That's why she left her suit behind. She must have opened it up and descended. I know what you're thinking. There's no way she could free dive thousands of meters to the ocean floor. But that's what she did, willingly, and we're going after her. We need to dive now. I've been working on the suit and it's almost ready. I've used sections of Minnie's failed hard suit to modify our suit. Now it's a full atmospheric drive suit. Internally, we should be able to maintain 1 atmospheric pressure for me and that casing of yours. It'll work just like before, but our depth rating is massively increased. We can hit 2, maybe 3,000 meters. The suit is in the bay, so load whatever samples you need. I've marked the drop-off on the map. We can dive there directly and search for any evidence there. I have no idea why she would do this. It's suicide. But she seemed to believe she could do it. Get ready to go. I'll be waiting. Sad beep.
I thought Minnie was smart, and I don't know why she would just take her suit off under the ocean and then go down thousands of feet
It
to the
makes no
bottom.
sense.
Did she get body snatched and taken over by a fungus?
It seems likely at this point.
Shouldn't have been drinking that ocean water.
I guess not. Do we even know what we'll encounter down there?
Probably nothing bigger than us. So far, we're the biggest thing.
Yeah,
So
we're absolutely the biggest thing out here.
yeah.
Let's take the oxygen generating thingies. Yeah, I don't think there's been any new... No. Finding the laboratory in the bloom, it is almost like working with Manet again. I still have some good memories of Kepler 62F. Hours diving beneath the ice in that crystalline ocean, sampling the mineral deposits that Manet claimed are evidence of life. Our synchronized rhythms in the lab working silently but in concert. Lying beside her in the too narrow berth, the creak of pack ice rattling down the base's spine. But those memories come with unwelcome ones attached. One of Manet's quiet judgment, her deep sadness, her flaring anger. For a few short months, that subglacial ocean was ours, blocked from the universe outside by 5 kilometers of ice. Its secrets were our own. But then Manet had other secrets too. It seems like I'll never escape her secrets. Here I am living among them, drowning in them, picking through them in search of answers. Let's go. Where was the drop-off?
All right, drone, hold us above the deepest point in the ocean and just let go.
I was getting lonely in here. 1400. We are descending fast. The drop is huge. 1.5 kilometers down. Let's stay focused. We have no data on this zone of the ocean. The light of Glee's 667 cc's 3 stars barely make these steep. I've got my headlamps on. You'll have to be my eyes. I want to work my way along the slope to the northeast. We are looking for any trace of Manet, or the ROVs she sent down here. Let's get to it. Beyond the reach of the suit's lamps, the slopes descends slowly into the dark toward the abyssal plain. Spoopy. The heavy currents of the upper ocean don't reach down here, leaving the water still and silent, sediment suspended in the column. Thingy. A bioluminescent glow drifts through the silt, a faint but noticeable chemical blue. Maybe it's food.
Gonna say, if you see anything glowy, stay away.
These drifting veils of material appear to be creatures of some kind. They are pulsing faintly with pinpricks of light. These silken creatures are almost transparent. Apart from those lights, what are they? In the headlamps of the suit, I can occasionally see a blue vein-like texture to the surface of these veils. What substances sustain them? The veils are gathered in groups, which I am calling tangles. They seem to be intentional formations, but for what purpose? These
Really big.
Yeah, they're very big. The lights the veils produce come directly from beneath their skin. They shift from transparent to light emitting in undulating waves. Ow! Mother...
So, jellyfish?
I guess
Giant
so.
jellyfish.
Though tangled and without any clear sensory organs, these creatures seem to have a strong control over their position in the water. Between these two veils, some clear water is visible, a temporary corridor between the hanging sheets. I wonder what they eat. Studded along the veils are the remains of creatures that have been confused by the lights and caught by these transparent hunters. Or... Here the tangle is receding, a few of its trailing veils hanging still in the dark water like the poised limbs of a dancer. At closer inspection, these veils are jeweled with... Okay, right. I didn't read this one. Oh, maybe I did. This space is a fluid, shifting interior. Let's see if there's a way around. Nope, it's completely enclosed.
There's new stuff on the map. Coming up on the northeast.
Oh, yeah. Wide, delicate, silken panels of bioluminescent cells. I'm naming these strange creatures snare veils. They're such beautiful traps. But we could go in and get it.
Nerg.
What
Yay.
is?
Well, it's 0% tissue.
We do know that for certain.
Animal.
Digested remains, an unknown creature caught by a veil and partially digested.
You were at the bottom of the ocean stealing some child's lunch.
If it really wanted that lunch. The veil delivered some kind of stunning electrical shock to the suit. Is that how they disable their prey? We should be careful contacting with the species.
Cave grew. It's not poo yet.
Oh god, it hurt. The veil is blinking the same sequence of lights over and over. Perhaps this is a way of attracting curious prey into their grip. Why didn't Monet tell anyone about this place? The life here, it's the biggest discovery in human history. Do you think she's trying to protect it? Possibly. But then why bring me here? Maybe she expects me to keep her secrets too. She always had her secrets. This feels bigger than that.
Alright.
Silt is gathered around the base of two large outcrops, forming a natural respite from the steady downward pitch of the slopes. Dark basalt layers rise up out of the slope like fractured towers, each jagged layer carrying drifts of silver silt.
Starting to feel like we're like 10 feet away from a dead body.
Yeah. These dark towers of angular stone are the telltale signs of volcanic processes active under the planet's surface. What must be one of Monet's improvised remote vehicles lies twisted in the silt. Could it have been disabled by the veils? No, let me go. Want to go. This debris, It's one of Minet's ROVs. Wait, to my left, is that? Human. It's her. Static body, is that? Ruh-roh, Reggie. She's here. She's alive.
What?
We were reading life signs and she's breathing. That can't be right. How long has she been here, lying in the silt? We have to bring her back to the base. But I don't... Okay, focus, Ellery. What do? We can use the ROV to boost our signal to the base, send for the drone, then we can start the ascent. Get me back to the ROV debris and hook us up with the terminal. Log download. Data released to pilot's console. Okay, we are synced. Call the drone now. We need to get her out of here. Connection available.
So I was not expecting a live body.
No. You're back. I need to talk. I'm on the medical level. Very well. She's totally unresponsive. I don't know what to do. I don't even understand how she's still alive. I keep going back to the image of her, blue, silent, staring out of the silt, a thin stream of bubbles flickering from her mouth. How long has she been there? The pressure alone should have crushed her at that depth. This doesn't make sense. But she's alive. I need to talk to her, but nothing. I want to understand. I want to know what is going on here. I haven't seen her in years, not since she left. And now, here she is. Do you ever imagine all the things you're going to say to a person when you see them again? Yes. I wanted to scream at her, to whisper to her, to tell her I came here for her. I don't know why I did, but I did. I think it's because I had to hope for something to change, for there to be an explanation. For those months we spent together to mean something again. Sorry, I'm not making any sense. This makes two times she's turned my life upside down. At least this time I knew what I was signing myself up for. It's not like I had anywhere else to be. The further I am from that dying planet, the better. What comes next? We keep going. She was looking for something out here, something important enough to leave her like this. It's our turn to take that forward, to find that explanation. I think she built that lab in the Bloom to study those mineral skeletons, artificers, she called them. But something was leading her deeper, beyond the drop-off. Let's start with those ROVs she sent out. Maybe they found something we didn't. I'll mark their last known positions on the dive map, and I'll be here until you're ready to go. Thingies.
Time for scanning thingies.
What are you?
You're excited to go on the whirly
Snare
tilt
veils?
the whirl.
All right. Colatata. Snare veils are unique, soft-bodied creatures that resemble a thin sheet of silk studded with lights. Found in tangles of multiple individuals, their hypnotic swaying and flickering lights make them difficult to see in their entirety, but from my initial observations, they appear to be flat panels of bioluminescent cells, which are faintly veined with both a nervous and a digestive system. Veils survive by capturing creatures which swim onto their surface, somehow stunning or killing them and then digesting them on the exterior of their bodies. I've also observed veils passing prey from one individual to another, suggesting that they have some form of social interaction between individuals. Analysis of the digested remains they leave behind might give some clues as to their predatory behavior. Analysis of unknown remains found nearby a veil tangle shows that this creature captures and kills its prey through an electrical charge. This charge, presumably produced by electrical organs that sit beneath the veil's outer membrane, can produce incredibly high voltage outputs, and the remains analyzed show significant damage from these electrical discharges. The remains also suggest that the veils use electrical pulses to control the muscles and nervous systems of captured creatures, forcing them to swim deeper into the grip of the veil when captured. The veil's manipulation of electrical signals seems highly nuanced, and they may also use them for detection of prey and even communication between individuals. In order to confirm these theories, analysis of veil tissue is necessary, although this may prove difficult. Shall we take a quick break? All right.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back in like 5 minutes. All right. Go and cycle your contents, chat, or don't, or do something else. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a cop. See you shortly, though. Hello. We're back.
Welcome back.
Okay, so we need to go and dive again. We've found Minay. She's catatonic, but we found her 1.5 kilometers down. She's still alive. I never thought I would see her again, not after she sliced the core from the base on Kepler 62F and took the shuttle to God knows where. I spent weeks slowly freezing in that base, waiting for the Baikal team to come and get me. After that, it all fell apart. There was never any life on Kepler 62F. Minay had faked the whole thing. She wanted the data core she knew Baikal would provide when she gave them evidence of first contact. Baikal blamed me, and my work as a consulting biologist collapsed. I limped back to Earth to take a post-grad position on that dying planet. There's little need for marine biologists in a place where the only oceanic life is kept in tourist-choked reserves. That's where I stayed, watching the endless exodus of humans with enough money to leave, looking out across the dead ocean at the pinpricks of their shuttle's rocket flares. Until Minay called me. I should blame her for everything, but I just want to know why. Perhaps now, if she ever wakes up, I can ask her.
We should dump her back in that crevasse.
Yeah, wow, this does not sound like a good relationship, Dr. Vass. Well,
Crevasse for your own safety. We're...
Two ROVs. Okay.
Yeah. So we got stuff to do while we wait for her to be conscious.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be fine leaving her alone.
Yeah.
Glinting debris from the disabled ROV traces back into the sand. Unmistakably basalt, formed in some volcanic trench eons ago, this outcrop is outlined by the faint light of Gliese 667cC's suns. Left or right?
They're equally mysterious.
Let's go.
Yeah. No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah! Change it up. Go right. I feel as a left-handed person, I'm more biased towards going right.
Absolutely. A featureless expanse lit flatly by the suit's lamps. This feels so eerie. An occasional silver bubble breaks the surface of the flat silt, carrying a cloudy trail of sediment behind it. What is? Repeated trails of unknown creatures mark the sand wandering back and forth across the rippled surface.
Talking like footprints, drag lines.
Unknown. Bubbles of methane trickle out from beneath the silt, creating silvery columns wreathed in sand. This really does feel like a text adventure with a GUI. You may go east. Ahead, the seeps have created small craters in the seabed where brine is gathering in clouded pools.
Oh.
What?
Was not expecting that.
Brine pools. A shimmering landscape of ghostly pools stretches out in the lamps, the dense brine sitting in the craters like undersea ponds.
We'll brine ourselves.
Will be moist. The methane seeps here must be forming them. These pools themselves will be toxic and also anoxic. Let's navigate carefully. They're beautiful, fog-skinned puddles sunk into the seabed, but they are dangerous.
Alright, let's stick our little feet in.
Yep, instead of going around, the seeps imprint the geological patterns of the underlying rock into the silt, forming both deep pools and untouched rises.
It was fine.
Oh yeah, that's totally normal. Between the pockmarks of the pools, the silt plain carries the marks of the local creatures' patterns of activity. What are you? Bristling fronds. These feathery fronds are growing along the edge of the brine. These swaying fronds, are they a colony or a single creature? I'll start recording my observations. Waving their matted leaf-like limbs through the water. Each of the many limbs of these branching creatures is carefully dipped into the brine pools, one by one before pulling back. Occasionally, this creature will sweep its limbs into the hairy mass of its body before thrusting them out again. What is it doing? This away.
Crumping.
You call that crumping? Oh god, they're moving.
Oh.
Crab-like creature. This crab-like creature is moving slowly across the seafloor with a large translucent crest protruding from its back. These crawling creatures seem to keep to themselves. Let's keep track of where we find them. On closer inspection, the large translucent crest appears to be a gas-filled organ or bubble of some kind rising from a slit in the shell. Sampling. It's tissue.
Zero mucal, thankfully.
God, thank God. Zero mucus. I like that it took the time to tell us. Mucus bubble, I feel lied to. A multi-chambered mucus bubble found on the ocean floor. Better pick that up and take it with us. Frond patterns. The thick hairs on each frond seem to be mottled with a reddish substance. Does it grow here amongst the hairs? A complex pattern of pools fills the seabed, shimmering with toxic chemistry.
Show 1 is spoiling the fun by saying that the percentages displayed are just how much it will restore in those.
Boo!
I prefer my way, which is 0% mucus.
I mean, I feel that 0% mucus is a statement that we could, like, really, everyone should be able to get behind. When a limb is removed from the brine, the red substance matted into the hair seems to glow brighter, shifting in color. Fine, health item. An orange bacterial mat sampled from beside a brine pool.
Maybe something happens if we eat it.
Maybe. Maybe. What are you? It seems that the substance caked into these creatures' hair is reacting to the brine somehow. Perhaps it's helping them feed. Oh. A bubble shed from the back of a creature sits at the edge of the lake, brine curling around its base. This is fine.
Yes.
It burns. Oh, God.
It's a light sizzle. No, there's one just in the sea. Just in the lake.
We can just go there. I'll log these.
Just go in the water.
Crab. Crab. The wandering creatures noisily chew at the rock and silt on the ocean floor, filtering it for nutrients, perhaps? A faint pulsing glow like lightning in a storm can be seen beneath the cloudy brine.
Oh. Okay, our inventory's full, so if we want sample...
I don't get it. We've thrown everything.
Quick in and out. Quick in and out.
Quick in and out.
Like that.
We're fine. We're fine. This is normal. Brine shell. The brine lake is vast. I can't see the other side. What might be hiding within its toxic fog? Do you think life might survive out here? It seems possible, Dr. Vass. It's true that this planet has shifted my ideas about what is survivable. Perhaps there is something out there waiting to be discovered. What moved? Something moved! This hole cuts deep into the bedrock of the plane. Could this be caused by a seep? Looks more like an impact crater. Something out in the dark is sending slow waves to this burning beach. What could live out here? Yeah! No! The water is a blinding, milky white flow in the headlamps. The edge of the lake is stained with brightly colored bacterial mats which recede beneath the cloudy, toxic masses of the brine itself. Not going out there. Nuh-uh.
It hurts us less than the toxic does. The toxic water's way worse.
Suppose so. God, ow. I can hear something out here. Crab-like creature. How can these creatures survive out here among the brine? I'll start keeping notes on their behavior. You do that.
Time for some dialogue. Oh.
This tall crab-like creature towers above the brine pool. An unusual assortment of rocks, shells, and bones adorn its back. A creature has shed its bubble crest out on this desolate island. The carrier is nowhere to be seen, perhaps lost to the brine. Well, ours now.
Free bubble. Yep. But that 40% charge is real good. Especially out here in the nasty soup.
I'm seeing this creature take dead remains from the brine pool and decorate itself with them. Trophies of shell and bone. From this small pool at the lake's edge, a pale blue pulse is flashing. I swear I see lights blinking in response out above the brine lake. Lights at this depth is probably good, right?
No. Just back. Okay.
Out and back.
Retreating.
Out and back again. Out and back again. A small, smooth carapace sits between the pool's half-sunken sand. Could this be an island? Could this island be a refuge for juvenile creatures?
Teens hang out.
Well...
Mystery.
Give thingy.
And later we get to go play what's in its pockets is with ourselves.
Mm-hmm. A stony carapace shed by a creature near the brine pools. Alright, let's get the dick out of here. I think we went the wrong way. Oh wait. Blue smears glow faintly on the remains piled on the strider's back. Are these bioluminescent creatures or a chemical pheromone? Different individuals of the species seem to have varying sizes of bubbles on their back. Are they carrying oxygen in there?
Certainly carrying mucus.
Well, this was an interesting digression, Dr. Vass. Perhaps we should return to our initial course. Nah, back into the pools. This is what I'm calling Wiggins from now on.
Brian Matt?
Brian Matt.
Salty Matt.
Just like a fucking savage dunk on Matt Wiggins from out of nowhere. I don't think I've seen him for like a year.
Him. Yeah, like a year at least.
The small bank of silt is slowly slipping away beneath the cloudy surface of the brine pool. Ah!
Desert Bus.
Mm-hmm.
Was I at Desert Bus? Desert Bus is in November and not a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, you were at Desert Bus. You helped us build, not Lego.
Yes.
Ah! Ah! A mucus bubble shed from the back of a creature sits on top of a small pile of silt as if it were an egg. Let's go and eat it.
That's probably what Minnie did. She's just like, ugh, aliens don't exist. Chomp, chomp, chomp. And now she lives in the ocean. That's why we don't eat things from the sea.
Yeah, they're revolting. The ROV must have been attracted by some signal among the pools, but it became another victim of the corrosive brine. Is this it? One of Minet's ROVs. Looks like this one was disabled by the brine. The supplies Minet equipped it with are still intact, though. We can resupply. Open the terminal and let's see what this little guy found down here.
There we go.
Data released to pilot console. Oh wow, you found something big, didn't you, little guy? It looks like... Is that a wreck? Incredible, the debris field stretches all the way northwest from here. It must have been large, or a freighter or a research vessel. We have to go see this thing. Come on, we can head back to base after. Wait, northwest, she said? Where's the wreck?
Yeah, stretching out. Maybe I'm looking at the area. Maybe
Yeah,
it's that thing like directly north.
yeah. Here's the edge of the debris trail. Something sank here and by the spread of debris exploded. It's been here for years, decades. The metal is corroded to little more than a frame. That means Monet wasn't the first person to come here. Something big happened here, something no one was meant to find.
And at east and west are opposites. Like they're reversed. So that explains everything.
Bulbous red, rust-red lumps are scattered across the pale sands like seas thrown to the wind. The spars of the frame stick out of the sand like fractured ribs, fronds and other growths closing the gaps between them. Odd noise.
So definitely not your stomach.
Probably not. Although I haven't really eaten today. I had some Girl Guide cookies, though. The broad, flat plates of the wreck sit at right angles to each other, forming a complex of angular walls. A curved strip forms a narrow walkway between the pools beside the wreck, or a split in what must have once been the vessel's hull allows passage into the overgrown interior. Oh, that sounds promising. Let's go that away. The brine has left everything but the vaguest shape of the vessel impossible to define. These ovoid creatures sit pulsing on the edge of the deep oases. They are glassy and soft, like partially boiled, shellless eggs. These pale pulsing creatures seem so passive. I'm going to start taking notes on them.
Or as they like to be called, the locals.
We are entering the main body of the wreck now. It's a little more than a husk. It's impossible to tell anything from these rusted plates. Whose ship was this? The local ecosystem looks to have been scraping away at this thing for decades. Nothing much left for us. This bay, perhaps once a cargo hold, is being scraped away at by front-like creatures, releasing flakes of orange rust into the water. Oh, excuse me. When close to these creatures, you can feel the pull of their strong filtering action as they absorb water and push it through their bodies.
Got some strong filtered action going on over there.
Half buried in sand, the industrial seals on the equipment logger have held. It must have been protected from the crash within this bay. Gib, can we sample? Look, a still sealed dive suit locker. Let's see if we can get it open. Okay, I think I can lever. Yes, it's open. There's not a lot here. Wait, this cutting torch looks clean enough. A little work, this could be salvaged. Is this by Caltech? Hard to tell. It looks compatible with the suit, though. I'll stow it and see what we can do when we get back to base. The plates of the wreck...
Where from? Like the AI with the suit?
Hmm?
The old AI suit that we inhabit? Do you think we're
It's possible.
from a previous mission?
Yeah, because we are not from this suit.
Yeah. Are we home? Is this home?
The craters clustered around this vessel suggest an explosive force of some considerable magnitude. Most of the wreck must have already been lost to the brine. Excuse me. Only this section remains precariously settled on a silt bank. Thingies. Ovoid creatures. These creatures seem to produce small branching buds in the same way that a hydra grows a clone of itself in order to reproduce. At this creature's interior sits a sphere surrounded by a reflective membrane bathed in light from the transparent sections in its body. Oh wait. Quab. Each one of these shelled creatures seems to have its own territorial loop, an area of seafloor it systematically searches through. None of this adds up. If there's a wreck here, then there were people. And if there were people, well, why doesn't everyone know about this place? About this incredible life? We've spent centuries looking for life outside of Earth and found nothing. I've seen so many dead planets, so many barren worlds. I've certified each of them clear of life, just so an exoplanet extraction core can pick them clean for maximum profit. Strip mine them for the resources our ever-expanding species needs. This place is impossible, one in millions, and yet it is already marked by our greedy fingerprints. Who brought this ship here? This has to be the history Monet wanted to uncover. Let's head back to base. There's more to find, I'm sure of it. Just one moment, Doctor.
Quick look-see.
There were a couple of other paths we didn't take.
Through the brine?
No, there was one out the other way, through the ship, that I'm curious about.
Yeah.
That away.
Hot potato.
Quab, lung crest, a shelled crab-like creature which scavenges the ocean floor in search of nutrients. I'd like to call these lung crests. Those bubbles they carry on their back are so cumbersome. Carries a mucus-lined bubble on its back. Mine. A warm glow lights the cracked and corroded skin of the twisted plates in sharp relief. Pale petals. Trefoil petals which gather around the glowing fans of the deep. They angle themselves towards light like expectant children. What are these petal-shaped creatures? They only grow around the glowing fans. Let's start logging their data. Like the fans found in the bloom, these creatures are fan-shaped filter feeders. However, these variants glow with a cold fire. These fans seem to play a central role in the ecosystem here. I'm going to start recording data.
Sample.
Yes. Sampler. However, we are full.
Bye.
Goodbye. Run and be free.
Maybe it'll float back to an altitude that it can live in.
And then it will meet its mommy. Okay, now we can call for pickup, I feel. Was there anything else?
No, we got our pockets full. That's
All right.
maybe Monet's alive and awake.
Maybe. And has not sabotaged the base.
Or left with it.
Something has happened. Come to medical now. Monet is growing. I haven't dared to go in. I can't make sense of the readouts. Her vitals are unreadable, but she's still alive. Whatever kept her alive on the slope is changing her somehow. I've sat here watching her. I don't know what to do. Do you think she's in pain? I don't know. I hope so. She doesn't seem to be suffering, but then I don't know what this is. There are procedures. Every base stack is equipped with quarantine systems. I can authorize the lab to be purged. And it now. Is that still Monet? I can't... What do you think? Should I authorize the purge? No, let me go have a look. No, you're right. That's Monet. I didn't come all this way just to... We need to monitor her. To try to understand what is happening here. Thank you. I won't give up on her. I won't be afraid of what I don't understand. We can find the answers together. Okay, we can do this. I've hooked up that cutting torch from the debris field. I hope it helps. I need some answers. Let's find that other ROV. Medical. Error. Vital signs unclear. Foreign genetic material detected. Rapid tissue growth.
Cluster. There.
Yeah, there's piles of stuff. That's
Let's do our scanning, because that's all we can do, really.
Yeah. I'm a dive AI, Dr. Vass. No relevant taxonomy entries found. Okay. Brine eaters. Taxonomy entry updated. Now, can we analyze any of these?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Fingers crossed. Ah!
Lasai. Reef stalks. Okay. Lung crest. Lung crests resemble large crabs in their basic anatomy, though they are instantly recognizable by the large multi-chambered bubbles they carry on their backs. The function of these bubbles is unclear, but each individual produces slightly different bubble forms, and individuals have also been observed with their bubbles at different levels of inflation. They seem to be filled with gas, but without analyzing one directly, we cannot know which gases. To feed, lung crests use their complex mouthparts to chew up silt and rock, slowly and systematically working through their territory. These territories seem to be unique to each creature, and I have yet to see one lung crest trespassing on another individual's garden. A direct sample of their mucus bubbles might help us understand more about their behavior. Shell sample bubble. Brine eater. Brine eaters are hairy frond-like creatures that live in clumps around Gliese 667cc's deep ocean brine pools. Looking like large dark overgrown ferns, they sway their branching limbs through the pools, whisking the cloudy brine as they do. Each frond is thick with bristles, which are often caked in a bright orange substance that reacts to the brine on contact, brightening as it does. What exactly this substance is or does is difficult to tell, but it seems that the eaters intentionally foster its growth on their limbs, using their matted hair to keep it attached. Individual eaters can be hard to isolate from the clumps they live in, making additional observations difficult. Understanding more about these creatures will require us to gather some samples. Analyzing samples of the bacteria which grows amongst the hairs of the brine eaters' fronds have shown that it is their main source of nutrition. This bacteria, which is extremophile in nature, is able to metabolize the toxic brine the eater dips it into. The eater repeatedly dips bacteria into the brine in order to regulate its growth, with each dip causing a rapid increase in reproduction within the bacterial colony. When the eater's limb is thick with orange microbes, it then wipes it across another frond, where much of the bacteria is quickly digested by the creature, leaving just enough behind on the limb to regrow the colony. Oh, it's like a... What are the thing, you lick them and you dip them into the sugar packet?
Not a ring pop. The stick. It's a candy stick. Fun dip.
There we go. It seems the name of the brine eater is a misnomer. It is the bacteria which eats the brine, and the eaters just consume the bacteria. Good to know.
Are you an eater or brine? Two types of alien in this world.
Monet is gone and Is Monet still Monet? What has this place done to her? I've barely been able to leave the medical level, though I dare not enter surgery. Did she do this by choice? For those few months on Kepler 62F, it was clear that Monet was struggling with something. We never spoke about it, but behind her intensity lay a frenzied self-doubt. She never talked about her family. All I knew was that she was a rare spacer born out in the black on some orbital military base. Some days she wouldn't leave the berth, just curled up so small, staring silently out. Would she do this on purpose? Open up her suit and willingly slip into the deep? I suppose it doesn't matter now. All I can do is monitor her. At least I'm not alone. Hey.
What we get for talking to her?
Yeah, God.
Jeez, humans. No appreciation. Do you want to go northwest from the other ROV?
Yeah, let's do that.
Take a 45.
Yeah. Stretch. Okie dokie. Ooh, what
Into
are
the
you?
unknown.
Complex creature. A mass of tentacles and growths unlike anything I've seen. What is that? Looks like a whole menagerie of creatures caught in a silken net. It's difficult to understand the anatomy of these creatures just by looking.
Goodbye.
Run free! In the shadow of the towers, there's a deep silence. From between the towers, pale blue light flickers over the rocks. Or, flanked by the towers, this pass leads ever deeper down the slope. I want to go blue light. Oh, more of these homeboys. The veils reach out towards the black basalt towers, emanating flashes of cyan light. More veils. We need to be careful. There has to be a way to find the path through.
What if we just went where there were no veils?
Sounds complex. A gap is opened up between the veils, allowing passage between their gauzy bodies. Even on the far side of the tangle, the veil's lights can be overwhelming, multiplying my shadow in all directions. Neat. Occasionally, this creature stops and unfolds its tentacles in chambers to cover a broad area of water. Is it hunting? This close to a veil, the light is unbearably intense, its repeated patterns leaving ghosts on my retina. Other creatures here. I don't know why I can't stop yawning. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, Girl Scout cookies are nutritionally similar to food.
Quite.
Fill you with energy.
Water bulbs. A partially transparent egg-shaped creature which feeds by filtering water. A strange sphere sits inside their iridescent interior. I'm calling these cryptic creatures water bulbs. Let's see what we can uncover about them back at the lab. I'll have you know I ate the most nutritious form of Girl Guide cookies, the ones with lemon, which is a fruit. Each of the wide petals has patterns of stomata and stamen across its surface, and from these some kind of pollen is drifting out in clumps. Significantly taller than the bloom's fan, these creatures seem to favor the rocky substrate of the ocean floor's basalt cliffs. %30 mucal.
Yeah.
On closer inspection, these petals are solid growths, not fragile objects. They sit like thin tree stumps in the sand, each on its own wide stalk. From this side, this ring. Oh. Excuse me, this arrangement of pulsing and glowing forms nestled into the basalt is a sanctuary of life and warming light. That sounds nice. Some kind of plant seed. Away from the outcrop, the silty slope begins to descend again.
We don't want to touch the noodle.
No, yeah, no noodle touching.
Whoa!
Ah!
We
Oh,
don't want to touch the other thing either.
God! Oh, God, it hurt us. It... Ah! No wonder Manet's ROVs never returned. These veils are everywhere. Like on Earth, they must rely on predation to survive the steep, where little sunlight reaches. The tangled veils create a translucent, twitching maze.
Eddie.
No touchy. These rapid swimming lobster-like creatures have dark shells with very large translucent tails. How do they move so fast? These creatures are so fast, their dark coloring makes them hard to see, but let's keep track of them.
And not run into any of them.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna cut through?
No. No. Cold fire bathers, they seem to be strongly linked to the light of these fans. The veils are coming together ahead. I hope this gap will remain open long enough for us to pass through. Me too. This veil is hung with the husks of its catches like dark clouds obscuring the starlit sky of its bioluminescence. Give Sampla.
Delicious.
Pre-chewed food. Past the drifting sheets of another pattern of light surround the edge of the tangle. A mutual predator to the veils, perhaps? A gap in the tightly knotted veils leads to the welcoming amber light of another oasis. Unlike the bloom's fans, these deep-water variants are covered with a translucent sheet of mucus which protects their delicate spines.
Everything down here is covered in mucus.
I don't like it. It is hard to tell if this is a colonial creature or a single individual. Whichever it is, we should keep our distance to avoid those tentacles. Another garden of creatures rooted into the dark basalt shelf, a welcome break from the intensity of the veil field. Or, tiny creatures crawl silently along layers of dark rock, leaving behind small, strange marks in the shallow silt piles. I want to go that way. Oh wait, there was a sample back there.
Oh no!
Ruined! Everything
Science
is ruined.
is over!
Deep pollen.
Pollen's just not as deep.
This side of the outcrop, where the warm light of the fan does not reach, is absent of life.
That upper left rock? What is that?
Looks like another veil.
Oh, in it. No, in our inventory. I meant. I thought it was a high power output thing.
No.
Oh no, it's high tissue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a mucus bubble.
Mm.
A better look at these creatures show that they are swimming with their rear legs while using their tails to propulse themselves forward somehow. Where's ROV though? The veils are reaching towards this point on the ocean floor like vines seeking the sun. Strange angles. A large basalt pillar sits on the shelf, its dark skin textured by the lights of a nearby tangle. This away. More deep pollen. Curious. Cold fire fan. Filter feeding fans that beneath a mucus sheath pulse with a warm light, often surrounded by other creatures benefiting from their glow. I'll call these cold fire fans after those mesmerizing flame-like pulses. That sounds good, Dr. Vass. Fan sheath. Gotcha. Deep orrery. An ornate creature that casts a net-like arrangement of tentacles and polyps to shock passing prey into submission. With these orbiting polyps and strings, I am naming this creature the Deep Orrery. Sounds good. Let's hear. Uh-oh.
Question marks?
Yeet! We've never encountered anything like this before. It's part plant, part root.
Oh.
What interesting monsters. Ow! Why?
Yeah? Yeah, that fan sheath.
It burned us. Far side of this veil, the outcrop sits silently, dappled with warm pockets of life.
What? Rude. Sit there and unfurl your net in our path. Can't you tell we have the right of way here? Get off the road.
Ow! You asshole!
It was like, you're throwing things at me.
Bodies of creatures that were trapped in the veil lie piled in the silt. The veils must pass them here from tangle to tangle. Ow! Ow! Oh god, it hurt. It came back and bit us.
I'm not gonna say it was completely undeserved.
I am.
Here it comes. Oh god. Quick with the repairs. Jeez, that thing is out for blood.
Why are you so mad at us?
Comes. Are we just in the way? Was it just trying to go about its business? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh. Go now. Quick.
Trying to go about its asshole-ish business. It was trying to be an asshole here.
Like Debris? Does that look like an ROV to the north of that pillar?
Yeah. Another pillar rises out of the basalt. Another outcrop. Disabled ROV. Another of Minet's ROVs scattered across the outcrop. We should still be able to use its transmission core to reach the base. Here, in the middle of the outcrop, an ROV. This one was carrying a supply cache too. We can recharge and refill our oxygen. Let's access its map data. Open up the terminal when you are ready. Delicious power. Map data. Seems like this ROV was disabled by the Veils, like the other one. This can't be right. The mapping scans report a large physical anomaly just north of here. From the data, it looks like a structure. It's impossible. Maybe the Veils fried the sensors. Either way, we should check it out. Okay, Dr. Vass.
I feel like our doctor's a little too eager to claim things are impossible. Ooh.
Box. There's nothing here but the silt flickering in the suit's headlamps.
Cube.
Some strangely geometric rock sits in the dark. What are these formations? Could be crystalline. We'll go into it.
Go in. Just get inside.
A huge flat structure bedded into the seafloor. Could Monet have built this? Well, she would have had to. Nothing else would have built this. What are we looking at here? It appears to be some kind of shaft cut into the bedrock. I can't see the bottom. Who made this? It looks like it's been here far longer than anything else. A yawning black shaft that descends into the seafloor. An anomaly must be solved.
Better not be some sort of square worm mouth. Going down?
I mean... "10 meters at a time." The suit's lamps reveal two dark holes on opposite sides of the shaft, their torn edges thick with crimson rust. The compartment is filled with sand and rock, which looks to have entered through the collapsed ceiling. Southwest. Scanywan? No.
Hey! Big scanny no whammy.
The bent entryway bulges inward like the interior corridor of some huge creature's distended body. Neat. Thingies. What are you? Pale polyp. This almost motionless polyp with its waving cilia is anchored to the metal plating. Its pale flesh is drained of color. These pale creatures are scraping patterns into the wall. What are they? Let's see what we can find out. Sand drifts soft in the metal room. On the far wall, strange spirals glint in the headlamps as a pale creature obsessively traces their patterns. It's just like Annihilation.
Look at that. I think we found the lighthouse keeper.
I want to
Gotten smaller.
Housekeeper.
So we just go further down the shaft.
I guess so. Shaft. Wait, can we just sit there and, like... Could we interfere with it?
Poke it? Is that what you're...
Yeah. Can we get near enough to it?
That's as close as we can get.
I guess so.
We can throw things at it, like rocks. Bubbles. Pollen.
I mean, it worked fine before, right?
Right.
That one thing beat the piss out of us when we hit it with pollen.
And now we know.
Now we know. Now we know.
Wait.
A huge round doorway sealed by a thin metal security iris, the plates of which are furred with orange rust.
Oh, we just get that mining attachment.
Ooh, it's some kind of facility. What was happening down here? Why would someone bury this place so deep? We have to get inside. We can use the torch to cut through the steel. Fire it up. Prime. Ignite. Boom.
Sweet.
Sand and rock fills one side of the access way. Dark holes in the walls and ceiling reveal layers of eaten-away piping and ducts. Beyond the doorway, a vast dark space opens out into the rock, filled with the skeletal remains of rusted machines.
See, the polyps have developed machines.
What? Why is red? Is that our oxygen? No, our oxygen's fine. Oh, God, it's draining. Red sediment. The water is filled with something.
Oh.
This place is huge. How the hell was it built down here? There's very little oxygen for the rebreather to cycle here, so we are running on reserves. Let's move. Wants a loading bay or a vehicle bay? Above, a huge shelf lurches out of the curved roof of the bay, its underside hung with globular orange spines. I love the way this game uses color.
Yeah, I was wondering why some of the rusty areas we were in earlier weren't red, but now I'm afraid of red. So
Yeah, red bad. Red very bad.
bad.
Arcology entry. A large open lock leads into the depths of what appears to be a corporate arcology. What secrets have been buried in this place? Both doors of the massive lock sit open. The entire arcology must have flooded. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
User Ex Otero, dive recorder. Massive breach. Life support will fail in 2 hours. Is there any way from Baikal on this channel? Please respond.
Oh. Audio logs.
Buried concourse. The vast volume of the arcology lies ahead, piled with rock and sand, drowned in this dark ocean. Those are Baikal markings. What was an exoplanet extraction core doing here? I worked for Baikal. Monet worked for Baikal. They built the suit. They built the base. They mine exoplanets, skim helium from gas giants. They help drive forward humanity's expansion. If they discovered life, we would have known. Everyone would have known. Unless something happened here. Something they didn't want anyone to know about. Derelict buildings. The main volume of the arcology is broken up by low buildings partitioned away from the space. Were these offices? Homes? Bright spirals. The metal walls of this passage are etched with strange spiral patterns. What made these? Some glisten with a thick mucus. So much mucus. Pale polyp.
Oh.
Finger.
Polyp samples. What sort of lovely substance could both be a mucus and a shell?
Something wonderful. The whole facade of this building has been torn away. The rough shapes of metal furniture and tools lie in the sand. The distinct shape of a metal desk lies half buried, its surface blurred by a thick coating of silt. Audio log. User H. Albright. Say again. Constantine did what? Jesus Christ. Harrison, Site 2 is breached. Power is spiking. If you ever have a boss named Constantine,
Walk away.
Yeah, find new work. The entire corner of this room is piled with tons of rock and sand, leading to a gaping hole in the arcology ceiling above. The angular shapes of heavy machinery are everywhere, their delicate parts fused by corrosion into complex, thick-veined patterns. E. Harrison. Deep retrieval needs more repairs. They need to stop pushing so hard. The artificers aren't going anywhere. The lines of fabricators and machines suggest this was some sort of machine room for the repair and maintenance of the arcology. Loose wires hanging across the doorway are clumped with fragile lumps of silt like tumorous growths. An automated transport sled loaded with crushed storage cases juts unevenly out of the sand. Passage to the northwestern part of the arcology is blocked by a huge rock slide with boulders strewn across the concourse.
Are we gonna drill, baby, drill?
Let's. An alleyway cuts between the piles of sand and loose rocks sealed up with a security iris after the breach. Well, let's breach.
Audio log to our south?
I thought we already had that one, didn't we? Oh no, we didn't. Massive breach, life support will... Yes, we had this one.
Okay. And it's just white for no reason.
Yep. Scannywan? Bent at a sharp angle, the wall here is coming away from the floor, leaving a sharp-edged opening into the room behind. Site 2 is silent and there's nothing from the Ophilos. Site 1 is off the grid. Where are the rescue teams? The tables, the disordered rows of chairs, this had to be where they ate, where they spoke. How many lived here? Nothing from the Ophilos. Their feed just cut out. We are being erased here. Baikal is pulling the plug. Disobedience will be reported. Consider your next actions carefully. Damn it, Koji. We're dead and buried here. A pair of work boots lie quietly in the corner, overflowing with silt. The Ophilos is going down? God damn it, what are they doing with my ship? We are leaving, now. The polyp's flesh recoils at the barest hint of pressure, but no further movement or response occurs.
We'd say throw things at.
We definitely could throw things at. Were these gaps smashed through when the arcology was breached, or are they part of the slow process of rust and decay? The facility twists away into the dark, drifts of pale sand filling its corridors as if it was an ancient tomb. As if? The metal plates here are marked with elaborate spiraling patterns. Their makers, ghostly polyps, scrape back and forth, adding to their work. Spirals have been etched across the surface, representing the polyp's path of movement at the rate of an inch per week. Slow, colorless polyps found inside the arcology ruins. They trace spirals across the metal remains of the facility, feeding off of it. I'll call these slow masons for their careful glacial etching into the arcology walls. They're hypnotic.
Judgy.
The wall glistens with a thick secretion left by a polyp retracing the same pattern over and over. We could sample this thick mucus here. Thick mucus. Oh, it's the same one we already had. The remains of a workshop or office flooded with sand and rock, twisted metal plating hanging from bent frames. Sand has filled this corridor, which looks to have led into the entry hall. The breach must have been catastrophic. A metal desk pushed against the sand drift. A Baikal-branded mug holds a pile of rotting paper from drifting away. No one is coming to dig us out. Constantine has cost us everything. The entry hall just breached. This is it.
More like Constantine. Am I right?
Om nom nom. This room was totally obliterated by rock and sand. The shards of bent wall are the only remains of the building. Audio log. I'm sorry, Isabel, for what we did here. Among the sand drifts that fill these 4 buildings are the shapes of tiered bunks. This is where they slept. How many died here? Those without diver quarters, those buried under rock and sand. It makes my skin crawl. I'm going to get some shut-eye. First geoengineering shift is in 4 hours. See you in 3. Births entry.
For a moment there, that the doctor was just gonna have a little nap in the suit while you're driving around. It's like, oh, this place is too depressing. I'm gonna sleep through this, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to will myself unconscious for the remainder of this. I lied to get here, Kai, and now I'm going to pay for it. What do you mean? This isn't even my real name. You don't know that, Jason. They're going to come for us. No one is coming. We both know that. A set of overalls lie flat on the berth, wisps of sediment drifting from their openings. A Baikal logo is still faintly visible. Yeah, I thought there wouldn't be anything worth traveling here for.
Why did they have a point waiver there if you can't see something cool from it?
Yeah, that does seem odd. On the still intact berths lie decomposing clothes, a single glove, a pair of round, clouded glasses. Behind the crew quarters, huge pipes sit against the wall surrounded by sand. What was powering this place when it was in operation?
Board drive like them Star Treks.
Were these supplying the power for the arcology? Perhaps a geothermal plant buried deep below. The wide tunnel to the northern part of the arcology is completely collapsed. Is there anything left under all these tons of rock? Must find out. Huh. Hard coral. Earthborn corals. These polyps build environments for themselves through the calcareous mineral deposited as their skeletons. Earth-originating species of coral from the families Mucidae and Marulinidae. They feed through both photosynthesis and filtering. This octagonal atrium was once clearly lined with and filled with water, an aquarium at the heart of the facility. Are those corals? They must have brought them from the ocean reserves on Earth. Oh, we got contamination. The pipe, now filled with sand, looks like it exploded outwards, taking the glass atrium wall with it.
Corners could have answers around them.
With a prime view of the atrium, this has to be the office of someone important with the arcology. Now it's just another derelict room. A. Bitiev. I understand, sir. No, we are prepared to follow erasure protocols. The site is already sealed with all hands present. Oh yeah?
Uh-huh. Sure, eh?
Metal boxes sit on powered pallets abandoned mid-transit. What were they moving in and out of this place? Or the fan seems to have a symbiotic relationship with corals. It consumes their spawn and they absorb the fan's light. Holy moly. Interplanetary cooperation. The rock and sand covers the rusted metal of the arcology so completely that it is hard to know where the facility ends and the cave begins. The walls here are covered in the spiraling patterns and obscure lexicon written in glistening trails of mucus. Delicious samplers. Free samples like at the grocery store.
Shove them in your suit. First you'll load up all your pockets and then you cram them all in your mouth.
Here the collapsing arcology walls have broken through into an existing cave complex deep beneath the ocean floor. The caves lead away from the bulk of the arcology, wrapping themselves through the solid rock of the planet's crust. The sand filling this tunnel turns it into a dark horizontal slit, but I can detect a current running into it. How deep do these caves lead?
Deep enough.
The spirals here are smaller and more interwoven than elsewhere in the arcology. Layer after layer forms a patina of circular marks. These caves look ancient and deep. Is this where the creatures now inside the arcology came from? Did the breach release them? What's that? Pale skin. A large molted skin is piled in the corner of the cave, fragments of it drifting away across the sand. What creature left this here? Oh, we can eat this for power. Perfect.
Ew. We need the other one though too.
Yeah, we need all of this stuff. Don't worry, everyone. The vector's clear. Have we encountered anything that had skin? Anything that we would think of as having skin?
No, it's usually just mucus,
Yeah.
right? Definitely not the mutated bodies of the former crew. At all.
No. No, that would be weird.
No. The thing that happened to Minnie, definitely unique
Yep.
and not
Not.
repeatable.
We can use it to reach the upper levels. Okay, we can get out of here.
Rock.
Eight broken windows stare out of the atrium into the upper floors where white paneled walls resist the rust. The struts supporting the windows have corroded away, their uncoated metal now furred with rust. I thought we could get out of here.
We came in.
The aquarium glass of the atrium is shattered, leaving only glinting shards in the orange, rust-stained silt. I'm sure it's just standard security drill, Mr. Fidanza. We'll be able to return you to the other shareholders shortly.
Ha!
The financial implications are massive. We've never even come close to achieving this level of computation before. Computation? I'll eat one of the skins.
You need to put it in the top one.
Oh, shit. I thought it was all the same.
What?
Buried, erased. What was Minnie looking for in the deep of the ocean? How did she even know it was here? I feel like I'm swimming through other people's secrets.
The top one with the 3.
Yeah.
As the symbol is power.
Yeah, I know. A crippled metal shutter has rusted over the hole left by the broken window, a security measure which in the end meant nothing.
Okay, we're just breathing skin now.
Like, in Metal Gear.
Yes.
The ceiling here bulges with the weight of the rock above, the walls of sand curling inward. Huge slabs of rock have fallen here, erasing the boundary between the lab and the dark caves surrounding it. The entirety of this room is lost beneath layers of sand. The bars of a metal frame, like bent and broken ribs, poke out of the drift. Sand piles against the barrier, sealed by the emergency override when the arcology was breached.
Drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, but what is up over here? Surely we can explore more.
Not as cool as whatever's on the other side of that security door.
Indeed. Sample candidate.
Bubbles.
Perhaps delicious suit food.
Indeed. Planing.
ceiling of the entry hall is partially collapsed. Its gridwork of girders bent and rusted. The rusted, choked hall stretches out in the dark below. Wrecks and rocks lie in the shadows and silt. Oh, we can descend here. Good.
Is that good?
I don't know.
Oh.
Where's
We've
the
been
way
here
out?
before.
Yeah.
Maybe we should actually just do subs and quit for now.
Yeah, let's do that. This will get us out of the place where it's preventing us from recharging.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
No longer being drained. All right.
Sweet.
All right. Let's get the hell out of here.
Like, on one hand, I'm sorry we lost the skin, but on the other hand, it's okay. I don't really need to know what that's from.
I mean, we have a second skin. We got 2 skins. So don't even worry about it.
Ah!
We got 2 whole skins.
And that skin.
Slow Mason. Oh, it's from a slow Mason.
Oh, good.
Thank Christ. Thank Christ. Let's go have a look at the med bay.
It's fine.
Yep, normal. The door's holding. Good, good, good. Good.
Quarantine procedures are still underway.
Everything's fine. All right, let's thank subs, and then we can get the hell out of here. All right. Original Garwolf has come back for the 39th month.
And Thundercat 2000, 4 months. Thank you.
Caucius has come back for the 43rd month. Hi, Cam, and a remote, I'm going to say Corey.
Mistakes were made. Starshock 2002, 77 months. What even is time?
Appa Draco has come back for the 37th month. Thank you.
Phosphatide, 32 months, and I cannot translate what that emoji looks like, but it's perhaps like one of our French girls.
Perhaps. E-Block gave us 200 bits, saying imperative to go quickly.
I get that raid, and thank you to G Gato Pace. 8 months, 7 months trying to get everyone from Lure to say my name. Haven't had either of you yet.
The Hackofo has come back for the 44th month. Thank you for 44 months and some years I didn't pay of entertainment. Thank you.
Green Monkey Sam, 10 months. Cam is the best guy.
Also, Corey is great. Meowzushi has come back for the 41st month. The 41st month.
I am Clockwork, 72 months. That's 6 years.
Wow. Cave Grew has come back for the 7th month. I, for one, welcome our new Corey bot overlords.
Rysec, 65 months. Cool resub. Cool emote.
Joanna Tastic has come back for the 16th month, saying, loved watching you play this game before, catch you in the VOD.
That one paleontologist, 2 months. Thanks for making working from home less awful, guys. Cheers. You're welcome.
Chronicler C has come back for the 74th month.
Occasionally manly, 36 months. Is that 3 years?
Halvari Chen has come back for the 15th month. Thank you.
Jean-Jacques EB, 18 months.
Oh, I'm sorry, I totally missed that. Chef Blur is a brand new sub. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for deciding to support us.
JSK, 26 months. That's 2 suits.
Splosion has come back for the 41st month. 41 months, just the thing I needed during this. A reminder that time still moves on, even in isolation.
Bad Panda Bear, 28 months. Thank you.
Rodog695 is re-upping the gift sub they got from Dish. Thank you. Thank you both.
And sneaking in there at the end, Orange Med for 2 months. Welcome back.
So
Thank you for sticking around.
Yeah. So I'd like to come back to this next week.
We gotta do it. We gotta.
Yeah, I want to know what's
I gotta
going
know.
on. Yeah, I gotta know. We may have to do the entire arcology over again because we kind of had to like evac, but
Yeah.
we'll get back through it. All right, so stick around. Ben is going to be here this afternoon to continue playing Dead Space. So, you know, monsters in space is a recurring theme today, I think.
Same game. Same game.
Same game. Even has a cutting torch. Same game.
Same game.
And we will be back later. So have a good one, everyone, and take care of one another. All right? All right. I'm gonna run an ad. Peace.